Tippy
and Jo.
And we're in the Tippy Jo studio. We've got Steven Brewen with East Missouri Action Agency. He is with the Ground Up food truck, which is an amazing thing for our community. And we're going to talk a little bit about it today. Now, like I said, that's with East Missouri Action Agency, correct?
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Awesome.
Yep. So East Missouri Action Agency, as a lot of folks know, we're very present in our community here. We are part of the Community Action Network, which is over 1,000 community action agencies nationwide. And the Ground Up, as you said, is a food truck that we are using this program to train folks to go into the culinary arts in our community. And so the actual name of the initiative is the Regional Culinary Arts Program.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so the Ground Up, the food truck itself is actually just one component of the Regional Culinary Arts Program. We also have a fully functioning hydroponic greenhouse on our campus here in Park Hills, in which we are growing lettuce and tomatoes and cucumbers and several different things to run through the food truck, because part of the mission with our food truck is to promote local healthy eating. And so then we also sell produce just at large in the community to help support the program as well. Yeah.
Okay. So East Missouri Action Agency, like you can go there and purchase produce, or do you go to a different place to get it?
No, you could, you could come back to the greenhouse and just purchase normally anytime.
Okay.
Yeah. Or if you put in an order, we can bring it to you.
Never knew that.
Yeah.
So it's just vegetables, just edibles? Or do you guys do like plants and flowers and things of that nature?
Vegetables.
Just
yeah.
consumables?
Yes, consumables. And right now we're actually taking a little bit of a production hiatus because like the height of summer, our main crop is lettuce and spring mix and stuff. So as hot as it is, it gets bitter and grows weird. So we're taking a little bit of a break from growing right now, and we need to perform some maintenance and some plumbing and different things on the facility. So we're taking a little bit of a break from growing, but we're going to be back online full production probably like first part of September.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
So how do people get into that program, that part of the program?
So it's all part of the program. So within the Rural Culinary Arts Program, that we have a 12-week program in which people study with us, and it's like a college semester essentially. And so part of the curriculum is that folks get classroom based and hands-on knowledge in the greenhouse.
So you learn everything.
You learn everything.
Greenhouse, the kitchen, the food truck.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right.
So what we do, what our curriculum involves, and just kind of an overview. So the first thing we do is serve safe training, and so everybody learns, how to handle food properly, proper sanitation, proper hygiene, holding temperatures, storage, dating, all that kind of stuff. So we knock that out first. So then when folks get on the truck to work, they have that base knowledge, right? And so we do serve safe, and we also teach knife skills. We teach cooking skills, purchasing, quality, affordable ingredients, meat grades, produce grades, using all of the different equipment on the food truck, and on our food truck, we have a flat top griddle, stove oven, deep fryer, steam table, all your sanitation equipment, sandwich prep. So anything that you would see in sort of a normal, regular type of place. And we don't have an espresso machine or nothing specific like that, but anything that you might see out in the world where you go to work, we have. And so we give people the basic knowledge, start with serve safe, move up to knife skills, cooking skills, seasoning. We also have, this is an aspect that our kitchen manager, Ethan Jones, put in that I was really excited about. We have Cultural Influences Day in the classroom, and then the following day, or then the following class period on the truck, they do like fusion cooking based on what
I think I do remember you posting something like they had made an infusion dish, and I was like, this is epic.
Dude, it was so good. So they did Indian Jamaican fusion and made like a jerk oxtail. Oh my God.
That sounds delicious.
It was crazy good.
Now, I'm pretty sure I showed up on a fusion day and I had, it was Irish and something else.
Yes.
Irish and
What
Cajun.
was it?
Yes, it was. Yes.
I was away on assignment that day, so I didn't get to try it, but by all accounts, it was really good.
Oh, that was so good. That was incredible.
Yeah, thank you. So that's just kind of the base of what we do. We give everybody that base knowledge, and then once we have reached that point, then we actually get them on the truck. And so training on the truck, we do a day we call Burger Lab, where people learn, to cook burgers,
which is super important.
Yeah. And then our class yesterday, they did breakfast, so everybody learns the different ways to cook eggs, make omelets, and so just like basic stuff you would need to know to work in a restaurant. That's what we teach. We teach everyone, the different styles to cut up vegetables, and then all the way up to, you know, customer service, money handling, taking orders, all that kind of thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
And that's why it's called the ground up,
And
right?
that's right,
Because
yes.
you're learning everything
learning
you need to know.
Yeah. And so we were really struggling with a name for the food truck because, you know, regional culinary arts program, that's just got the nonprofit world smeared all over it. 42
bit long too.
45 words long, packaged into a real nice acronym that everybody's like, what does that mean? You got to say it 100 times. But when it came time to actually name the truck, we really struggled with it because, you know, we had ideas just as basic as like East Missouri Action Agency food truck, which is like, whatever. And
boring,
boring. But then all the way up to stuff that like, honestly didn't make any sense. And so what we really talked about is we're like, you know, we want whole locally produced food that comes from the ground up. And we're you know, nurturing people's culinary talent and skills from the ground up. And we built this whole program from the ground up. And so we just called our food truck the Ground Up.
Can I ask you about meat?
Yeah.
Like where you guys look for to get your meat, or maybe even the future of locally sourcing your meat?
Yes. So we source some of our meat locally already. And I guess really shameless plug. I am a veteran butcher. I butchered for a really long time. And so my family still has that business. So we buy some of our meat from there at Brewen Processing and Catering. And everything that they have is produced locally. But now when in the restaurant business or food truck business, and why you don't see as much locally produced meat at some places is it is kind of hard to do because of the inspection process and the handling process. So it's hard for local establishments like that to be able to provide enough of that product. So we do have to buy from, you know, the store, but we work to do a lot of that business locally. We go to Save-A-Lot, you know, locally owned Save-A-Lot. We go to Harps, which is just right down the street from our office. And then we also go to Restaurant Depot in St. Louis, which is where a lot of food trucks and restaurants go.
Like, I assume some ingredients you have no choice but to.
And that's that's 100% right. And then that's another huge part of what the Ground Up and the Culinary Arts Project does is to infuse the grant money that we receive from Delta Regional Authority into our local economy. So like CNC Suppliers in Farmington, Save-A-Lot, you know, lots of local businesses. We try to spend all our money as locally as possible. Main Street Grow, right down the street from us. So we try to really, Restaurant Depot is really the only big business that we do a lot of business with. And even like you know, like for our greenhouse, we have to order things online, but we really try to do business with smaller companies as much as we can.
If you can.
If we can,
without spending too much money.
Yeah.
You got to use it other way.
You got to have a budget, you know?
That grant money is...
only goes so
far.
That's true.
That's correct.
True.
Mm-hmm.
That is really awesome, though. I love that you guys try to keep it local as much as possible. That's a big thing for us. We love local. We love small business. So thank you for making that part of the program, by the way. That's great.
Appreciate it. Yeah. And you know, and that's part of the Delta Regional Authority's, you know, emphasis. I mean, and there's 3 of us in the program. That's all part of our just personal emphasis too. Is that something that we really believe in?
Yeah.
And you know, we're all the three of us who work in the program. You know, we're all pretty proud millennials, and so local business and local spending. That's part of our whole generational mindset. So that definitely plays into it. Yeah.
So tell me, how old do people have to be in order to be in the program?
Right on. So that's a 2-part answer. So right now, for the summer, we're actually running a youth program.
Oh,
yeah, and so we have kids from 12 to 18 in our summer class right now, but that's a compressed schedule, only 6 weeks, because they don't have a ton of time. But for the regular class that we run multiple times a year, it's 18 and up.
Nice.
Yeah.
So for that summer program, has that already started?
Yes, it has. So we're halfway through. We had our 3rd class today, we had our 4th class today, actually. I take that back. And the kids in the class, they learn pretty well what the normal class does, but just in a shorter time frame.
Gotcha.
And we don't have the small business aspect with them, and we don't have the knife skills with them. You got to be 16 or older in the state of Missouri to use a knife.
Gotcha.
And so we just sort of shied away from it.
Gotcha.
Like just
Safety.
safety first.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, I don't need that kind of headache.
Right.
But yeah, so 18 and up, and we were kind of talking before we started here. We have folks, so we have our youngest person in the program right now is 12, and our oldest person in the program right now, I have not asked her how old she is because that's not polite, but she is over 70. So I mean, we have got a pretty wide range of folks in our class.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And now we did talk a little off air as well. You told me a little bit about the people and kind of their goals with the program, what they plan to use it for. Can you expand a little about that on camera?
Yeah, of course. So, for instance, from our first class, and we're in our third class now, they were split, sort of entrepreneurially minded, juxtaposed folks just looking to expand their skill set. And so we had a fellow in that class. He has gone ahead and opened his own business already. He was pretty close, but our class really pushed him over the top. So we have one person who's opened a business from the first class, and in our second class we have a woman who is working on a food trailer, and she's very close to being started. And we had another man from our second class who, because of his ServSafe certificate, was able to get a job with that certification, which
That's
we were
awesome.
very proud of.
Yeah.
And then also from our first class, we had several other business ideas, and we're working to follow up with those people and kind of see where they've gotten to. In our current class, we have a woman in there who is already kind of started the process, but she's using our class to learn what she doesn't know and get over the hump, so to speak, with that. And then and what we were talking before off the air too is we have a couple folks who are just there for personal enrichment. They want to learn more about cooking. They want to be on the food truck.
Yeah.
They want to be with other people. And so, we have everything from somebody who has already started their own thing, learning new skills, to some people who are they like being with us. And so that makes you feel good too.
It does.
Yeah.
The knowledge, I'm sure, helps them build confidence. Like with all these people, like they went out and they did it.
Absolutely.
And you helped them with that foundation to be like, I could do this.
And see, that is definitely some of it, where it's like you don't know what you don't know, and things seem real hard until you're like, well, this ain't hard.
Yeah.
Right?
You just got to figure
You
it
just
out.
gotta figure it
That's
out.
right.
That's right.
So I don't know. I don't think we touched on this yet, but what is the cost of this beautiful program for
Well,
somebody to join?
I will tell you, the best part of this is that it costs you no dollars. It is absolutely free.
I already knew that.
Is there a limit to how many though that can be in the program through each like allotted time?
Yeah, so there's not a limit so far as like a grant metric or a rule or anything goes, but it's sort of a space.
I mean, for what the
concern.
program
And
of
schedule.
course.
Yeah. So our food truck, our food truck it's a 26-foot truck with an 18-foot kitchen, which sounds pretty big, but then you go to putting 6 or 8 people in there, and it's Sardine City. So in our first class, we started with 11 and graduated 6. And in our second class, we started with 7 and graduated 5. And so 5 students and a kitchen manager is a pretty full house.
Yeah.
So we don't really limit the number of people who can be in there, but like right now we have 7 in our class right now, and we're hoping to graduate 7. And so what we've kind of had to do is, just kind of rotate.
Yeah.
Because there's just not enough room. So short answer is no. Longer answer is kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
That makes perfect sense.
But yeah, it's 100% free to participate. We have a recruitment process. We recruit folks, and we canvass, and we have partners within the community, Unitech and MAC, and some other folks who help us recruit students should we need that.
Nice.
Yeah.
So is there a wait list?
There is a wait list currently. We had a couple people call like the day after we had started. We had already started ServSafe, so we're like, we can't really fit you in because we've already done this. So we do have people on our list for our next class, which will start in September. Is kind of what we're shooting
That's
for.
more getting the people that are getting on that list.
That's
If you're
right.
hearing this
Yeah.
and this
That's
is in there, you want to be on
right.
that list.
Yeah.
That's right.
And does this program go year round?
It does. So our grant from Delta Regional Authority is a 2-year grant, which started last April and ends next April. So we're right kind of in the fat part of our grant cycle right now. But when the grant cycle ends, we're pretty sure we're going to be able to sustain the program and stand on our own 2 feet by then. Yeah. And so During the grant period, we will run classes year round, and then once the grant period is over, we plan to continue the educational part of it. But there may be some discussion about that, just kind of based on where we are. But at this point, I really don't think there's anything stopping us. We'll be great. I hope.
Let's talk a little bit about your menu, because your menu is so
I wish I had it on me, but
eclectic.
it's
I know.
Yeah. So Ethan, who couldn't be with us today, he was planning to be here, but he had some things come up he had to take care of today. But he and I collaborated on the menu. He designed most of it, and being boss, I'm just like, yes, no. I like that. I don't like that. Yeah. No, figure that out. But all kidding aside, he designed a tremendous menu. So we have burgers every day, and I should have brought the menu with me. I don't.
You know what? I'm gonna go get it.
Okay.
Because actually, I'm a liar and I have it right here. Well, I thought I was like, well, I better look before she
You watch me
go
so
all
high,
the way
everybody.
down. So I'm gonna pass it
Thank you.
to you.
Thank you.
Okay. Because it's space back in
To
here.
me, when I looked at it, she goes, "Oh, it's a lot." And I was like, "It is, but it's like basic, but variety." So like,
Exactly.
it's so nice
And
that there's a lot, because I'm such a picky I'm not picky by any means. I love everything,
Right.
But if there's not a good enough variety, I'm like, there's nothing to eat. You know what I mean? So
Yes,
I
do.
need that variety.
I'm with that. So yeah, and so that's where Ethan's skill as a cook and as a menu designer came in, because he did kind of like what we call the Taco Bell approach. He came up with 50 different things with like 5 different ingredients. And so that's really impressive. And so we have 5 different salads, and now we offer our salads, we offer our burgers, and we offer our hot sandwiches every single day. Okay. And then we're every single day that we're open. We're not open every single day, but we have those when we're open, and then we have a pasta of the day and a chef special. And so, like last week, we were open for business for our first day. A chicken Alfredo was our pasta special, and then our chef special was
street tacos, and I ate them, and they were delicious.
Thank you. I couldn't remember. So for our daily salads, we have Greek chicken, Italian antipasta, chicken Caesar, garden salad, and side garden salad. We have those all the
Great
time.
mix. That's a great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then our pastas of the day: chicken Alfredo, Tuscan penne, pesto chicken penne, and Cajun shrimp pasta.
That's the one I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
That Cajun shrimp pasta.
I am too.
I'm going to be there at the window knocking.
All right. Okay. Signature smash burgers, cheddar jalapeno, smokehouse smash, which is excellent. That's what I had the other day. Quesadilla burger, classic cheese, classic hamburger, and then the classic pork burger. And so, as I said, I used to be a butcher. I mean, I guess I still am a butcher.
Once you're a butcher, you're always a butcher.
I went out and did a little butchering the other day, and I was like, boy, I ain't lost a step.
I just see you with like a cleaver in your hand covered in blood, like Dexter gloves and everything. Like, I ain't missed a step.
Yeah. No, it's mostly just me listening to Katy Perry. But no, so we put the pork burger on our menu. And so I don't know if a lot of folks have had a pork burger, but it's not a hamburger in that like you pat it out. I mean, you can make a pork burger like that, but this is a specialty product that a lot of people have never had or have never heard of, where you just stuff unseasoned ground pork into a 5-pound tube, and you saw those off on the bandsaw, and then you cook those frozen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's like a sausage patty almost? But it's
not seasoned.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
Gotcha.
And so you can cook those on your barbecue grill, your flat top, frying pan, smoker, like any way you can cook something, you can cook it. And so when I worked there, we sold those things like Listen Dixie. We had a hard time keeping them in stock. And I always had this thought that I'm like, why does no restaurant have these? Why does no food truck have these? And so I'm like, I have a food truck, so we're gonna have these.
And the perks of having on your
Like
own.
nobody can stop me. I'm all the way up at this point. You know what I'm saying? And so we put it on our menu.
Yeah.
And so I'm really proud that we have pork burgers on the menu. And
So what's the big difference? Is there a big taste difference?
yeah, you got to experience it.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna
like,
have to. I guess.
So when you just pat out a burger, you know, whether it be ground beef or ground pork, you know, it's it's the sum of all of its parts. You know what I'm saying? But like a pork burger, when you grind it and when you stuff it in the bag and then you freeze it and saw it off, like it takes on a whole life of its own. Like it's its own little thing.
Nice.
And so it's not even. I don't know that I can even describe it accurately. Not to sound totally.
Dang.
Not
Yeah.
to sound
I'm
totally.
gonna have to
like-
try this
mystery
pork
now,
burger
guys.
because I'm like, have I ever even eaten pig before? I don't know.
What is pork?
That's correct.
Yeah, okay.
That's correct. So we proudly offer a classic
I
pork
love
burger.
it.
All
Nice.
right. Hot sandwiches. We have an Italian sub, 6 or 12 inch, a BLT, and we have a turkey cheddar melt, all of which are very
Classic.
good.
Nice.
Yes,
Very
yes.
nice.
And then our chef's daily special. We have a Cajun po' boy, Italian baked chicken quarters, street tacos, southern fried wings, or smothered pork chops.
It's wild to hear chicken quarters on a food truck, but
I
that's
know.
also very, very awesome.
Right. Thank you. Also, proudly my idea.
Yeah.
Ethan did most of this, but the things that were my idea, I'm like, that one was mine. And so when we used to cater and, I used to have a special called Smoker Saturday, I go to Restaurant Depot and you can buy a 40-pound box of chicken quarters for, $30. I mean, you talk about making money.
Mhm.
And so, buy low, sell high. Not to give away any industry secrets, but I was like, we could put chicken quarters on this food truck because it is, something that's going to be profitable for our program. But then, like you say, something that a lot of folks don't have access to all the time. And, you have access to buy them, but it's sort of a daunting thing for people to cook because like, I don't know what to do with a chicken leg quarter.
I mean, if you think about it, I feel the same way about chicken leg quarters as I feel about chicken and dumplings. Delicious.
Exactly.
But are people always going to make the time to make it on their own? No, just because it's a task. So that's cool.
For sure.
That's cool.
Yeah. And so we have a different chef special every day that we're open. And now, and a couple of things I left off. I don't know that any other food trucks in the area are offering this. So this is something else that we're also really proud of. We every day that we are open, we offer hand cut real French fries. So we have real potatoes on the truck, and we cut hand cut fries every day. Also a big selling point for us. We're really proud of that. And we also have garlic bread available every day as well. And then, just normal stuff, beverages, whatever. And then we also offer a low cost kids menu, chicken nuggets, grilled cheese, or a cheeseburger.
Which they say low cost, but I'm going to point out that everything on this menu is very reasonable.
Absolutely. 100%.
Thank you.
100%.
And to talk a little about that, when I pitched this program, and I guess I should mention other folks at the agency. So Carrie McCrory, she is our executive director, and Nicole Hahn, she is our development director, both of whom are my boss. I approached them with this idea, and I was like, I know this is a good idea, but now I got to convince other folks this is a good idea.
Yeah.
And so they were like,
Always fun doing that.
You said, like, yeah. And so they were like, we do think it's a good idea. And so, and thank you to them for allowing us to move forward with this. But, that's what I told them when we pitched this. I'm like, not that food trucks are necessarily expensive, but I was like, we are going to be working in a way where we're going to be able to provide a low-cost menu to East Missouri Action Agency's larger community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we're going to be able to make the truck stand on its own feet. And we wanted to provide, affordable, good food that everybody's going to be able to access.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think you guys have really achieved that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Yeah. And the other part of that, to go back, is that, not only is it, affordable and good, but it's also largely healthy. Yes, we deep fry French fries, but they're not, frozen or anything. I mean, they're real potatoes.
It's a real potato.
It's a real potato.
You're not getting processed foods,
No,
y'all.
these
You're
are real
getting
taters.
locally sourced.
Right.
Handmade.
Yeah. And all of our salads, and like I said, we're going to take a little production hiatus, so we are going to have to move away from that. But, for the most part, for most of the year, all of our salads are all going to be produced from the greenhouse within the agency, within the program.
Incredible. That's incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So we're pretty proud.
Yeah.
You should be.
Thank
You
you.
should
have accomplished
absolutely.
quite a feat.
Well, and I'll also tell you that it seems like I started this like 6 or 8 years ago, but I mean, honestly, it's only just a little over a year since we started.
Because your mind's been working on it for that long,
I've been
hasn't
working
it?
overtime. Like I have vacation in 2 weeks, and I'm going on a wilderness retreat.
Well,
I'm
promise
hoping to
me
find
you're going to
myself.
take
So
that
fun.
vacation and
Oh,
you're
I'm-
not going to go to the
They could
outside
not keep me here
world.
at gunpoint. It's vacation time for your boys. So
Just mute that phone, put it off.
Woo, yeah, yes. And so when I pitched this to them, that was November of 23, and we completed the grant application in December of 23, and then we were awarded in April of 24.
Oh, wow, that's
Uh,
such a fast turnaround.
It is.
Wow.
And so we went to our grant training, how to monitor the grant and everything like that, in July of last year.
Mhm.
Or June of last year. So, I mean, just over a year ago. So in the course of a year, we have sought out bids, which was a pretty extensive process, to get the food truck. And so we had the food truck custom built to our specs. We've hired staff. We've designed a menu. We actually, Nicole and I, who I referenced before, we actually drove the food truck home from Virginia
Oh, wow.
because to get her hauled all the way here was going to be like $6,000. And
Road trip.
it was a road trip,
Oh,
yeah. And so the business-minded part of me was like, I'm not paying anybody $6,000
Oh, yeah.
to do anything. I was like,
Yeah.
we'll drive that sucker home for some wages. And so that was quite an adventure to drive that behemoth 800 and some miles. Like it was a time. We thought that we might have fun taking a more scenic route home.
Curvy, skinny roads, didn't you?
Woo. So we got to our first 8% grade in a 2000 decommissioned Frito-Lay truck with 19 million pounds of stainless steel
Oh
cooking
my
equipment in the
gosh.
back. And I was like, this is going to be good.
Oh, good.
There's going to be a lot more of these.
Oh,
And so
man.
we are trucking through the Monongahela National Forest in the middle of the night. And I mean, we are chugging up this hill, right? And all of a sudden the truck dies.
Oh, no.
It is dark. We were alone.
Oh,
And
no.
and it ain't like we were in civilization. I mean, no tea, no shade, but this was West Virginia. And so, I mean, there weren't no houses, there were no farms, there were no towns. Like all we could see was just pitch black forest in every
Yeah.
direction. And I freaked out a little, and Nicole's like, calm down. I was like, you calm down. I was like, we're in trouble here. I was like, there is Sasquatch and mountain people and ancient magic out in those woods. We don't even
Ancient magic.
understand. And she's like, calm down. It's going to be fine. And so it was a slight mechanical issue. We figured it out. We got on the way. But I will tell you, for anybody who's out there thinking about road tripping home in a food truck, think about it again.
Yeah.
Spend
Think
that
about
money.
the way you're going
Think about
home.
the way you're going home. Yeah, yeah. And so in the course of a year, we've done all that. We've graduated 2 sets of classes. We're in the midst of 2 other classes now. And when our greenhouse started, Brandon Cruz, who's our greenhouse manager, who is tremendous, he's a graduate of the horticulture program at MAC, and then is legitimately an expert in hydroponics. Like, I grew up on a farm. I'm a pretty avid gardener, and like he is so far above my head when it comes
Like
to
I
stuff.
am if it's in the dirt. When it comes
Yeah,
to hydroponics,
exactly.
I'm like, what is happening? So many layers.
he tells me stuff, and I'm like, sounds good, because I'm like, what am I going to argue with this guy? I'm like, I don't know.
Hydroponics, I'm like, it's just water, guys.
It's just water.
Obviously, I would fail because I'm making literally just water.
Fine.
So yeah, and
Hydro, it's in the name.
And so when Brandon came on, I actually wrote the grant for the greenhouse back in 2015, and it ran to some success over time. But in the end, during the height of COVID, when things were just so wacky, they ended up shuttering the greenhouse because it wasn't making money and it was costing agency money. And so when I pitched the food truck project, that was a part of my pitch to Carrie and Nicole, was we can use the greenhouse as match. Exactly.
Yes.
We'll reanimate the greenhouse.
Yes.
And so we did. And so also in this year and change timeline, Brandon has completely resurrected the greenhouse from the ashes. It was sitting there fallow and dirty and, full of stuff. And, all the way from there to now, where he is legitimately selling top flight produce. So, and then just up to the most recent development, we've catered some stuff for the agency. We've done some private events, but last Thursday was actually our first day out on the street for revenue, right out here in between Seeds and the Pink Building.
Right where I like you.
Right. And so to say that 1 year ago, Nicole and Melissa, our staff accountant, and I went to Memphis to learn how to manage this grant, to a year later, we have done all of the, made all of these strides and built on all these accomplishments to the point where we're graduating folks who are starting their own thing, and we are legitimately feeding people, making money for the agency. Is pretty daggum exciting.
That plan has come full circle.
Yeah, it's come full circle. Yeah, and I mean,
beautiful journey.
Yeah, thank you. And we, and we're going to continue to build on our success. I mean, and it is a lot. I'm not going to lie about that, but it is totally worth it. We're really proud of what we're doing.
Well, we're proud of you too.
Thank you.
Like, doing awesome stuff.
Thank you.
I love to hear it.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Okay. So, final question for you.
Yes.
Let us know again where people can find the information on how to sign up for the program.
Okay.
The address.
Okay.
Good information. Let us find it.
Yes. So you can go to EMAA.org to find out about our program or any program that East Missouri Action Agency has to offer. We are very diligent canvassers. We are always flyering. We are always putting our information out there. You can search for The Ground Up on social media, on Facebook. You can search for the Grassroots Greenhouse also on Facebook. That's the name of our greenhouse within the program.
I gotta go follow that.
Yeah, please do.
I already follow the food truck, obviously.
Thank you. And then our program is housed here in Park Hills at 5 Municipal Drive, which is the old train depot, if everybody knows where that is at. And we share that building with Southeast Economic Development Fund, which is the other program I work for within the agency. And other than that, you can reach our offices at 573-431-5191, or you could reach me via email, sbrewen@eastmoa.org. So we're very findable. We're very findable. And right now, kind of while we're, like I said, we've accomplished a lot in a pretty short amount of time. So right now we're really only out 1 day a week because we're still kind of building. I mean, and Ethan is running 2 classes and we have a lot of responsibility. But as we move forward, we hope to be out multiple days a week pretty soon. Probably within the next month or so, we're going to be out multiple days a week.
And right now, is the day you're out pretty set, or could it be any day during the week?
So Thursday is the day we're going to be out, and we're going to be staying just kind of here in our own neighborhood for the first little while to kind of build that base, get folks to see us, and then once we have got some kinks worked out and have a lot better feel on what we're doing, we're going to be out in the community, out traveling. Yeah. And maybe try to hit like some of these Food Truck Friday situations or Truckin' Tuesday. I don't really think we're not really planning to do like the fair and festival circuit. That's a whole nother ball of wax.
Mm-hmm.
There are professional concessionaires who that's their whole thing.
Yeah.
And not that they keep food trucks out, but that's not really our bag. So,
but I would say the Food Truck Fridays, that's a great experience for a situation like that.
Oh,
yeah.
For them to experience and be
to get a rush, maybe.
Yeah, with all the other food trucks,
Yeah. And I guess we do, in addition to our being out on Thursdays and just some private events and stuff we have been asked to come on October 11th to the Seasons of Hope fundraiser that the St. Francis County Community Partnership is putting on. They're having a side-by-side.
Yeah, big old thing.
Side-by-side event, I guess. And so we are going to be the only food truck there that day.
Makes sense.
If you want to try the food truck or want to help Seasons of Hope or whatever, you can come see us that day. We're going to be available.
Perfect.
October 11th. Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Thank you so much for joining us
Thank you
today.
for having me.
We
I
appreciate it. I guess we'll let you go so you can get to your beautiful garden.
Oh, yeah. I got to go and pick beans. Oh, no. Well, I told my wife on the phone, she's like, what are you planning to do? And I was like, I guess I should mow the grass. I was like, oh, my God.
You have been saying that for 3 days straight.
You read my mind. It's like you have ESPN or something. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for having me. I truly appreciate it. Thank you.